Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. So, last episode we took a break from the adventures of Rudy and companions to focus a little bit more on Roxy and what she is doing in the meantime. And through that we also get a nice little heartwarming episode and to honestly speak, a much better example of what should happen when you have parents and children that haven't met each other for a long time. But in any case, I expect in this episode we'll go right back into Rudy's situation once again and see where exactly he is heading off to and what kind of new adventures / troubles he's going to get himself into. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1... play. No, we're back here. Hello. It's been a while since we saw the man god. He's not responsible for you, you know. Hey, that's growth. Acceptance is the first step to growing, right? Nah, he's not gonna answer often. I don't know. I can't bring myself to hate this guy. I mean, whether or not he actually trusts you, I don't really think matters too much to you. What? He's gonna change his Palace of Sharon. Huh. What? Hmm. That is certainly cryptic. But, well, that was to be expected, wasn't it? And hey, it hasn't really... You know, all things considered, his last few advices have gotten I'd say there's only positives and no negatives, right? So, protecting the faraway child, the song of protection of protecting the faraway child. I can't really quite get what this opening song is trying to talk about. Song of protection for the faraway child. Something of that, something of that sort. I like how it's this way of having this sort of like almost a bar like song flowing from the opening does give it more of an epic kind of feel, right? And epic, I'm talking about the literary term of epic. Yeah. Ah, okay. So this is where they're gonna find Lilia and Aisha. Back to what I was saying before. It gives this feeling of really adventuring and continuing on with the adventures, right? And the song is, or although typically those kinds of bard songs are, you know, those bard songs are more of singing about the actual adventures of the protagonists. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Well, at least he's a lot more restrained now. Oh, wait, this is Aisha? What the hell is actually going on here? And just what is about that entire letter? Yeah, it is Aisha. Yeah, well, I mean, they haven't seen each other in 4 or 5 years. No, he has to. Yep. But why did she pick out Rudy, though? Well, she's not wrong. Why would he be kept in the castle, though? Alright, we can see where this is going. How would a child of 6 years old know anything about this? I mean, alright, whatever. Come on, move the story along, Rudy. Well, that's true. He's a pervert, but he's a reliable pervert. You got only yourself to blame, Rudy. Right, just as with the situation with his other sibling, he needs to do something to gain his trust in front of them first, right? That's why you're called a pervert, dude. She's not there though. Oh yeah, and she's a wanted one, right? Hmm? Kennel Master. That. Could it be the prince dude? Wait, Roxy is here? No, that can't be true, right? Not when we just saw it. But what? Wait, is this? I mean, I guess it could have happened a long time ago, last episode, but I don't think so at this point, though. I kind of feel like this is. I am insanely suspicious right now. Yeah, so those are the guards from yesterday, right? How stupid can Rudy be? Oh my god. It's the prince. I mean, this dude is really. I mean, it doesn't even have anything to do with last episode, right? You know, disregarding the fact that we just learned about Roxy's whereabouts last episode, your mom, or second mom, and sister is literally being captured in the palace. What did you think would happen here? The prince. Oh, I get it. He probably captured Lilia. Koibito? Netorare. Yeah, it was because of that. So that's why he captured Lilia. That makes sense now. Okay. He's actually an idiot. Oh my god. More to the point, I feel like Rudy is being way too calm about this entire situation. No, you're just too stupid about the entire thing, Rudy. Route selection. Alright. That would imply that there are different routes that he could have taken. Or I guess maybe this exact situation he should have chose the different method. Anyways, I'll see you guys after this. Well, alright, that was episode 19 there, and well, what can I say, right? Like, come on, let's be real here. There's no way we can blame the man god for that situation. Looking at this objectively, Rudy, you are being way too stupid about this entire thing. And, they're really driving home the fact that he doesn't really think these things through, isn't it? I mean, come on, you literally just... You even had the original information that Aisha and Lilia were being held captive within the palace. If Roxy were actually there, wouldn't you? Oh my god. I guess it is a learning experience, right? And obviously we need to get through these kind of things before Rudy can continue to grow, but, it is frustrating, right? Because this is the second arc in a row now where if he could have gone through things a little bit more intelligently, things would not happen in this manner. But hey, I mean, that's kind of the whole point here, right? He's supposed to grow and learn because even though this is his second life, he didn't really do much learning in his first one. So fine. we'll let the situation be like this. I mean, yeah, I'm not quite sure what he was talking about, why this episode was titled Route Selection either, because I don't really see any route there that he could have taken as an alternative. I mean, I guess maybe it's implying that either follow the man god's advice or not. I mean, that could be one route of selection. But honestly, to me, the bigger thing is that he simply, your advice you were given was only that much. After everything after that, you should actually prepare for it by yourself, right? I'm just saying. So, how exactly is Rudy gonna get himself out of this one, right? Well, obviously, Rudyard and Eris are going to notice that something is up if Rudy does not return within a day or so, right? They will obviously know something's up, and then maybe try to stage like a big frontal assault or something. Although that is obviously not a good idea. I mean, all things considered, that is still royalty, right? That is still a royal palace and whatnot. Even though Rudred is quite strong, Ares is obviously also quite talented as well. I don't think they're quite at the capabilities of a full assault on a royal palace yet, right? So interesting to see how exactly that will go. Maybe he will take advantage. Maybe Rudy will take advantage of some other things, or either who knows? Does he have anything that can break through barriers and whatnot? Don't quite know. I was fully expecting him once he went into the entire situation with seeing the prince there, not actually seeing Roxy and whatnot. I was half expecting him to start using his demon eyes, just as a sort of like early warning system to see what exactly was going to happen and things like that, and maybe counteract this. But I guess we do need to put him down into this sort of ridiculous situation first, and then rely on the protagonist's luck to get out of all of this. And by the way, this also definitely makes a lot more sense in the terms of why Lilia and Aisha were captured, why they were confined here, and also why nobody has ever heard anything about them, right? Because we apparently have another nincompoop as the antagonist this time. So, and this one was a long time coming, right? We've learned of this guy's existence all the way back in like episode 6, 7 or something of that sort, right? Very, very early on, right? So we knew that this was going to come to pass sometime soon. It's just that wasn't really expecting to come this quickly, and for what's his name again, Pax, for him to show his colors this blatantly. But then again, he is royalty, right? So they are trying to sort of formulate this kind of royal scum, that kind of thing, corrupt and whatnot, trying abuse of power and authority, things of that sort of nature. Obviously, at the very end, we will be able to resolve the entire situation, although I am quite curious if Rudy is actually going to reveal his identity at the very end to Aisha. I mean, Lilia will obviously know who he is, right? She can recognize him, but is she going to reveal it to Aisha? I mean, even if Rudy does manage to rescue the both of them, is it directly at this point, or maybe sometime later on down the road, right? Hard to say, but one step towards his redemption arc, I guess you could say. So anyways, not really too much else to talk about in this episode, so I guess we'll leave it at that. By the way, Man God, I've said this before the first time I met him, and I'll say it again, I really don't dislike his character. In fact, I rather enjoy his character, right? Although, I think it would be even more funny if the form that he was talking to Rudy with was not in his man form, but rather like, I don't know, like an annoying cat or duck or something of that sort, like an annoying animal of sort. That would probably make it even more hilarious. But he is the Man God, so I assume he needs to take on the form of a man in order to live up to his name, if you will. And hey, I gotta say, he's pretty much a swell dude so far. I mean, all like his past few helps have been completely in line and of great help to Rudy, except that he doesn't really, his pride, whatever there is of it, still doesn't allow him to really adjust to the situation. But he is learning as well, as we can see in his interactions. At least he's knowing to, he's no longer as negative, willing to at least have a decent conversation and even say thank you, right? So, I mean, I guess some people might argue that, hey, Man God is just playing around with Rudy and whatnot, but come on, it's literally a deity level being versus a human. What do you guys expect, right? So, anytime we encounter deity level creatures or entities within fantasy, anime, whatever kind of media, I always just assume that they are going to be thinking of things differently from normal humans, and No, I think as long as they are making an effort to reach positive outcomes, we should be thankful enough for that, right? Because you can't control what you don't know. All right, anyways, that's it for now. Thank you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.